Maurice Nelson. You're watching the Groove Zone.
Ow!
So
Just
because
like
this
that.
is going to be fun editing the two interviews together because you freeze, Chromatic.
Yeah.
It went on for like almost 2 minutes beyond that because I thought you guys were joking with me. I'm like, okay, unfreeze now. And it never unfreezed.
That's my acting skills.
Oh my God. You guys were being so funny that day as usual that I really thought you had like corroborated on this beforehand and like, okay, when he does this, everybody just stop. And so I'm
Sorry, I'll apologize again.
No, I think it actually will turn out good. Yeah, God, I'm so stoked for you guys to get over here. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to actually meet you in person.
Yeah,
face to face. Just to get out for a couple of beers one night, and yeah, it'd be wicked. It would be really nice if we can make that happen.
Yeah. Well, I
mean, passports aside, me and Matt will definitely be here when we do.
Let's not start.
He's gone. He's all right. Yeah.
So, the thing is that like you and I talked about a while back, Chris. If it weren't for the fact of the mandatory
consuming raw atomic power to destroy entire cities,
I would have been in the living room months ago.
Yeah.
That is the
again, Tom.
Tuesday nights are good.
Yeah, Tuesday nights are good because it's band night. Yeah, so flying on a Tuesday morning.
I remember that. Well, I'd actually have to fly in on a Monday because I don't want to take away from band.
Yeah, get the jet lag.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Tom doesn't want the jab, but at the end of the day, well, no, not really. You know what I mean? But if he wants to come to Nashville, he's got to have it. So that's the choice that he's got to make, really.
And that is, but
it's shit, but it's just safety first, isn't it?
If you trust your government, yes.
Well, nobody knows what's in it, innit? I mean, the thing is, if we want to go out to Spain now, I've got to jab my daughter if I want to take my daughter, and there's no way that I'm going to give her the jab. I'm happy to take it, because if I grow another ear in 20 years' time, then it makes no difference. But if, you know what I'm saying? But if my 32-year-old daughter then grows, well, I was going to say a third tit, she'd be game on. If she did that, she'd be loaded. So maybe a third hand, then, it's not a good look, is it? So
no, it's not.
I had to do it for my parents and for the people that I work with and for the people that I protect. So that's why I had it. So
at the end of the day, it just boils down to, I guess, how each of us feel about the chances that you take either way,
Yeah, well, you've met Dave, the other guy that hangs around with the band a couple of times before on one of these videos. I mean, he lost his dad last Tuesday to COVID.
Really?
So
okay.
Yeah, rushed into hospital the Saturday before and didn't make it. But so it's not great, and I don't think it's a farce or any kind of conspiracy. But again, it's just untested pharmaceuticals, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know about over there, but I know that our government has given every incentive to go get it, and I think that's what kind of concerns me, because they weren't this concerned about a lot of other things that have wiped out a lot more people in the past, but now all of a sudden there's this major. This is, and if it weren't for the fact of who is behind supply or financially supporting the pharmaceuticals, I wouldn't have such a weird look at it. And I found out some information over the weekend that I thought was very interesting as far as bloodlines go. And that Mr. Gates, he's an interesting fella. As are his.
He's from a planet that we're actually, our race has been at war with his planet's race for a long time, many centuries. He's not human.
I can see why, because the thing is,
he's here to take over. We're here to integrate and help. He's here to take over.
I don't know what they were promised. Seriously, at the end of the day, I don't know what it boils down to, and I don't know what they were promised. But his bloodline is one of the major ones, and I didn't know. But you know what? this is a perfect opportunity to say, hey, you're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker on the Groove Zone Network. And with me, I've got DJ Chromatic and Lowrider, the Soldiers of Monochrome, hanging with us on this very special edition of the podcast of Dub Effects Build. So, I know I've asked in the past about even being from out there. Well, first of all, were you guys ever, do you think anybody ever mistook you guys for a UFO before you landed? Or do you think you're...
No, it was many centuries ago.
Oh, long before. Oh, that's true. Yeah, this isn't recent stuff. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. So we didn't even have news systems like we do now, probably.
No.
Okay.
No, I've actually had a photograph recovered from the archives from when I was in the middle of a battle with Queen Caroline in 1416, 1516, around that time period.
Was that about the knickers? Was that the battle?
No, it was nothing to do with knickers. No, and I'm not sure you're supposed to say that anymore. I think, you know, all lives matter, mate. But
except for knicker thieves. Knicker thieves, yeah. No. Keep your hands off the knickers.
Say knickers.
No.
Shut up. Hey, I didn't. Yeah, let's make sure that they know what I'm saying, and I'm not saying.
Yeah, you know, diction is key.
Knickers, not Niggas.
Yeah, knickers.
Right, knickers.
Knickers.
Yeah, well then, so I don't ever remember me ever asking you before then. Well, yes, I did, and I got an odd answer. Have you had any run-ins yet with any cryptids?
Any?
Cryptids, CRYPTIDS, cryptids. Cryptozoological phenomenon. Sasquatch, Nessie.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, you're
classified.
Not? Really?
No, because if it opens that gate up, then someone else knows, and then word spread, and then we've created something that can disillusion everybody else.
Oh,
but so, I can tell you that most of these myths and legends that you call myths and legends are real, but it's a lot to do with dimension.
Right. Which explains the reason why they aren't found.
That's
and
correct.
Why we have no physical evidence of them, because to be able to transfer from one or transition from one dimension into another, there wouldn't be much left of you in the dimension you just left.
That's correct.
Including skeletal remains or sometimes. That's why we don't find Bigfoot poop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they came here, they come for, you know, a little bit of a graze round, a bit of food, a bit of walking about, and then they go back.
Who said they poop?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll bet their eyes are brown.
Well,
no. That's true.
Nobody does.
No. Nice way to look at it. Let me ask Chromatic.
Recycling is key.
Who's king?
Recycling is key.
Oh, recycling is key. See, I'm deaf, so that's why I did what you said.
These messages.
We're Buzz Factor. You can catch us daily on the Groove Zone.
Rock and roll. Bad Mamma Jamma.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Hey guys, it's DJ D Phoenix coming to you live from Olympia, Washington today. You are watching the Groove Zones, the sessions here on Facebook at facebook.com/OlyGrooveZone. And I'm hanging with Emmanuel Simmons. Buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. So this is where the interview takes a little bit of a turn, and we go from like more formal, you know, like obvious questions, and get to have a little bit of fun. So with that being said, I want to know, I'm just curious, has there ever been a time that you've like looked up in the sky or just looked out there and seen something that you can't quite explain?
You know, there was a time when I was out camping with my brother. We're just sitting there, we're just chilling, you know, and look up, and I swear there was just like I hear him first, you know, he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, kind of looking up for a second. He's like, "Over there, like above the tree." And I look, and there's like, you know, just a tinge out distance. I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure what that is, but of course, like, it was probably a good 5-10 seconds that we kind of saw it. We were talking about it, you know, and my
So
brother,
it
of
was
course,
at night. It was at night.
yes.
And what color was it?
I would say it was kind of more like a, how do you describe it? Like a between like a gray.
Okay.
And he just kind of like looked, and we're just both looking at it and like kind of hovering. Like, it's just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, it's just sitting there. And
Wow.
And yeah, and then, you know, my brother is definitely was like more heavily, you know, into checking out, you know, extraterrestrial stuff and everything like that.
Right.
I mean, of course, we both sit out there together and check things out, but like, he definitely knows stuff.
Wow. Wow. That's wild. So, did you ever look to see if anybody else had reported anything?
I didn't, but I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if my bro might have been like, you know what? he's a little more up to it on that end than me.
Okay. Nothing that close, nothing that cool. Okay, so along the same lines, speaking of being out camping or in the woods, Sasquatch, what is your view? Have you ever had any encounters, anything?
No encounters with Sasquatch. Sasquatch with Sasquatch. No. No, I haven't encountered anything, but you know, hey, there is always a chance.
It's a big world out there, and they're discovering new stuff every day. So, yeah, I don't know that they'll ever probably catch one of these things. So, I just have a feeling that it's not ever going to happen.
Right? I think that's a, you know, pretty safe feeling, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean.
You're a whole new generation. You're loving what they do. I put a pin in the holes, and that choice is up to you. Hey, you're the best generation. 'Cause the diamond is the beautiful day.
How funny, I totally forgotten about that. If you do we look like we're in 3D? Possibly. Well, we are now. Hey, thanks for watching. We've still got one more segment, so don't go anywhere. Just refresh your screen here in a few. That commercial that we saw just a minute ago, I totally spaced out about the Michael Jackson hair on fire thing. That was a really big deal back in the 80s. The Jacksons had been contracted to do a commercial for Pepsi that were in the middle of a very big advertising campaign, choice of a new generation, and Michael's hair caught fire. Too much product in it or something like that, I remember. Man, amazing stuff, how much we forget as time goes on. And as time's going on, we're losing time. So just check back, refresh your browser here in just a few for the conclusion, the actual conclusion of today's marathon. All right, Hook, Line, and Thinker right back after this. Until next time, keep your feet on the stars and keep your hands in the sky. And then we're going to call it good. I'm going to start off with Ryan, actually, if I might.
Yes.
Ryan, I need to know, my friend, have you ever looked up in the sky and seen anything that you can't quite explain?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. One time I was in Cleveland and we're recording and there was this just like, they looked like stars because they're so high up in the sky, but they're just all floating in like little clusters, like 5 or 6 pairs, and just them all going like little lines. And I would believe UFOs. So yeah, I've seen a couple.
Wow. How long ago was that?
4 years ago?
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Daytime then or nighttime?
Nighttime, middle of the night.
Nighttime. Okay. Interesting. But in clusters though. How interesting.
Yeah. Just in clusters just floating by.
Wow. How long were they in your vision of sight?
Long enough for me to go in and go like, guys, look at that shit, it's moving.
Yeah.
And they're just floating by until they're like what a plane would do, just leave on the right
I can't remember if you were on the phone with me or something.
I swear I called you, I'm like, I'm gonna try to take a picture.
I'm looking at this and you can't take a picture of that kind of thing. Like,
Right. Well, it's like even if you take a picture of the full moon, it's still like a little.
I know.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it looked so good in real life. Wow. Okay, cool. So, and then obviously then, so you do believe that there's something going on, something out there, whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What do you mean going on? Like they're trying to suppress the knowledge of it on Earth, kind of going on in general.
Why do you think I keep sending you invites to sit in on Hook, Line, and Thinker with us?
I've never checked my email. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You, my mother, all of my friends have all said the same exact thing, and I just say I'm very fucking sorry.
Oh no! Don't be effing sorry. Don't be effing sorry. Well, actually, we're only a couple of months away from this full disclosure that they've been talking about. Supposedly in June or July, the Pentagon is supposed to turn in all their papers, and so that the government or a different branch of the government or whatever can see exactly what is known.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm sure we'll learn a bunch of new stuff that people have been saying is true forever, and
yeah,
I think it's all a matter of like trying to keep people calm. It comes from like a decent place, but at the end of the day, it's like
people are going to go batshit.
We all know. Just tell us.
We should all know, but us as a species will go insane. Like people lose their religions, they'll lose a whole bunch of shit that they'll go insane. They're gonna think it's the end of the world. There's gonna be level-headed thinkers that are like, yes, they're gonna try to communicate with us. It's gonna be fine. But then there's gonna be people that are gonna go insane.
Oh, totally. And that's probably the reason why they have kept it quiet all these years.
100%. Yep.
They're letting. The reason why I bring that up, the USS Russell. Have you guys seen the footage yet?
I don't think so.
Just within the last few days, the triangles.
Okay, I read about it. I didn't see it.
I don't know where the USS Russell was. I don't know where they were, what ocean they were in. I don't know if they were close to home or what. But they were it was nighttime, and with night vision through their camera, they caught pyramids, like a swarm of pyramids.
And they were fast. They were moving fast, right?
Yeah, and not all that. It just gives me the willies though, because I stop and I think like open sea, you can't get on land and run away. You're kind of like at the mercy of whatever's coming down on you. And this like extraterrestrial something that's right above your ship. It just gives me the heebie-effing-jeebies, Ryan.
Well, and there's a lot of thoughts that they live under the ocean too.
Right.
That's when they're hanging out.
So they're probably like, get the fuck out of our way.
Yeah.
That's just as creepy.
I know, yeah.
Something down underneath the waters? No, neither one. But I am a fan, though, of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, though. That little Barry guy, he was cute. Okay, Amanda, how about you? Have you ever seen anything that you couldn't quite explain up in that sky up there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty familiar with, like, constellations and such. So when I see, there's something I see regularly. I've seen it more than once, but it's a formation of like 3 stars or 3 balls of light that you could almost believe was a set of stars. However, they move. and so I'm not sure what the connection is, if it's been the same thing that I've seen every time. I know Ryan was with me once when we were at the drive-in theater in Shelton, like the Skyline Drive-In, and we were watching the movie, but to the right of the theater were these 3 bright, and we were just like, look at that instead. And so we watched that while the movie was going on, because we were like, what is that?
Like, are they moving?
Yeah.
Because you could slowly see them going
And
up
then eventually
down.
they were gone. So, you know, it was sort of, it was weird, but I've seen that kind of formation more than once.
Okay. And those ones are actually kind of gaining in popularity too, which is interesting. But you're hearing a lot of stories about like the triangles.
Yeah.
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 Wow. At the Skyline. Were you guys able to determine like how far out it was, or like how high or anything, or?
Closer
it was
than a
in
star,
space.
you know, like it felt
Okay.
Closer than a
I
star,
would say.
but definitely in the star garden in space. Yeah.
Further away than a plane per se,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
closer than a star.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Good.
what I would say. I wouldn't think it was.
I couldn't throw a rock
I
at
wouldn't
it.
say that it was as far away as the stars.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess
mean,
you're
I
right.
don't think
There is
so.
distance. You're totally right.
Ryan,
You're throwing this one.
Thank you.
Ryan, if you wanted to throw a rock at it, you could. You could.
He
And I'll
could.
bet you would be the best rock thrower at a UFO that there ever was.
Yeah.
Darren, you believe in me. I need to believe in me.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
I'm telling you. Throw that rock. Okay. That was fun. Okay, now the next question, and then we're almost out of here. Wow, good thing, because wow, this is going to be a fun editing job. First of all, guys, thanks very much for listening to the sessions or watching the sessions here on the Groove Zone Network. Hanging with Amanda and Ryan Carricker of Forget Me Not. Hello.
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 There's this like 1.75 second delay between me and them. So I'm already asleep by the time they're hearing what I'm saying. Okay, there's a thing that people know as Sasquatch.
Oh yeah.
Have either of you ever had A, an encounter, B, run across droppings or some kind of other like evidence, you know, behind them, or do you even believe in them?
100% believe in them. 100% have never run into one myself. 100% believe in them. Have heard other people's stories that I trust.
Okay, cool.
I 100% believe in them. Haven't had any physical contact with them, but they are known all over the world as different things. People in Vietnam, when during the Vietnam War, were having fights with them in the middle of their skirmishes and everything. Yes, they're called Vietnamese rock apes. Check it out. Yep, they'll go insane.
Wow. Hey, these friends of yours that have told you any of these stories, if they're ever interested in going on the show with me, I'm always looking for new guests because I love hearing their stories.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Vietnamese
know I
rock-
have. What's that?
I'm sorry, rock apes?
Rock apes, Vietnamese rock apes. Yes.
I'll check that out. I'm sorry, Amanda, what was that again?
I was gonna say I think I have one that I've used on the darkest hour, and I'll see what they're up to. You know.
Okay, cool. Just extend the invite, you bet. And the invite is still open to both of you too, by the way, you two busy people.
Yo, what's going down? It's your boy WFX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that. Peace.
We ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, you are watching Hook, Line, and Thinker. It's DJ D Phoenix coming to you live from Olympia, Washington tonight. And with me, I have got a really good friend of mine. I got Jesse hanging with me.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, buddy. And yeah, this is kind of cool because actually I put something out on Facebook here recently about UFOs and aerial phenomena and stuff. And he piped up and said that he had a story for me. So now I haven't heard it yet, so we're going to both hear it for the first time. So this is all you. Okay, first of all, how old were you when it happened?
I was about 12 or 13. So.
Okay. He's only told me a little bit, so like I said, I'm hearing this for the first time too. Now you told me though that there were a few other people with you.
Yeah.
Okay, where were you get? Hey. We'll eventually get this done. Don't worry, kids. We'll eventually get there. A lot of editing. Okay. Hey, guess what? It's DJ D Phoenix, and I'm hanging out with my buddy Jesse tonight. You're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker here on the Groove Zone. And if we can get through this, it's going to be a totally awesome story. I just know it is. But we were also hanging out with Corona, his dog. So Corona's got ideas of his own. Okay, so about 12 years old, and you were with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Where were you? Where, like,
So right off, like, by Nisqually Middle School, there's, back in the day, they used to have these Nisqually jumps, which was just across the street, and you go down to the ravine and then just keep going. They used to have these, like, bike jumps.
Okay,
And
okay.
so, like,
No, we're talking, like, right here. Just right up the road.
Right up the road.
Okay, this is going to be good then. Okay. Okay, and what exactly happened?
So like, it was me, my buddy Steven, his little brother Austin, my buddy Nathan, and my buddy Nevin, and we were like, okay, like, we're doing like the man test, you know, like let's go to somewhere scary, you know, and so like at the time it's down in the ravine, so like it had like mist and all that like there, so it's kind of like looked kind of creepy and stuff.
What time of day?
It was in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
So it was like,
okay.
I'd say anywhere from 11 to 1.
Okay, okay,
And,
okay.
So like it's creepy looking, and we're like, oh well, I'm a man, I can do this, you know. And so like we all started walking down there, and we're walking down there, and they all turned around because they heard a noise, but because of my hearing, like I have 20% hearing on my left and 60 on my right.
You didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it, so I didn't turn around. And so like I didn't know what the noise was that they turned around to.
Okay.
But until later on.
Okay.
And so like I'll tell you about that in a second.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden this bright light just like flashed, and like it's not like a normal light when you like when the light goes into your eyes.
Yeah.
Like you can still kind of see the side of the the side a little bit. Like it doesn't just take your entire blinding white.
And so then you're on the ground at this point. Okay.
And I'm the only one facing this direction, and like this light literally took up my entire vision. Like it was just like there was no sides that were like darker or whatever. Like when.
Could you tell though? Was it like coming from above, or was it coming from like your level?
I
no idea.
I have no idea about like I literally have no idea.
Wow.
And so like after that, like my body was just like run, and like I turned around and I ran, and like I ran all the way to the street, and like my friends didn't. I guess when they walked up, they're like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "Man."
Hang on a second.
They're like, "Well, what was that for? Why'd you run?" And I was like, "You didn't see that light?" And they were all facing the other direction, but none of them saw a light at all.
Wow.
And I was like, "You didn't see that light?" And like, no. What light? What light are you talking about? Like, that light literally was like a different than anything I've ever been able to explain since or before. You know?
Was it one solid light, or could you tell if it was like a bunch of different lights, like a row of them?
Like it took my vision, and like I don't know the cause of it. I didn't see nothing of like what caused it, and like afterwards there was nothing that could have caused it. And there's no way that blinding light, they couldn't have seen nothing of it. Like there's no way. Like I don't, and like I used to not like it took me quite a few years to talk about it, you know, and like, and the only time that it would come up in my mind is when somebody would tell me they're like
an encounter that they had or something along those lines. Okay. Okay. Besides this one incident that you're telling us about, have you ever seen anything else in the sky that you can't explain before?
A few years later, like I had this. I was out in the forest with my buddies, and like.
This is good stuff.
When that happened, like, I remember looking out into the forest area, and I was trying to find a way back to my place that wasn't like to the main roads and stuff. And so
daytime or nighttime? I'm sorry, but daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Daytime. Okay.
And then my friends were like, "Oh yeah, if you just take over, go this direction, you just follow it through, you come out over by this one road, and I was like, oh, okay, and like I looked over there, and the weird thing is like I seen these two bald white dudes that were kind of like bigger, heavier set.
Yeah.
And like these two bald white dudes, like I still get goosebumps on this one, you know. Like I got them all on my legs right now, and like I seen them, and like I don't know what came over me, but I just kept going towards where they pointed me to go, you know, and that was where they were at. And like I walked through, and like where the break was in the woods, like I just remember white, just white. And like how they say blacked out,
right?
I call this whiting out.
I don't know, when you were telling us the first part of the story though, when you were out there, I so wish that, and I mean, I'm glad you're here, because had it been otherwise, you know, you could have gotten zapped up and they might have taken you, and I'd hate for that to happen. I'd hate for that to happen, because then I wouldn't get any tattoo work done tonight. That's what's happening. Anyway, no, but I was thinking though that if you could have just seen whatever it was that was just down here in the ravine that night, down here by Nisqually Middle School, to see if it elevated or totally disappeared or what, because that's the part of the story that is like, that's where it gets really intriguing, because the light itself is interesting, but where did it go and what was it? But wow.
I'd definitely be more interested in to hear like other like stories to see if anybody else has like any stories with the two bald white dudes that they, because like when he told me that, like it froze me up, because that was like, that scared me, like that terrified me. Like I woke up 4 hours, like, or I came through 4 hours later, and I have no idea what happened in those 4 hours. I had like,
and this was a few years.
And I was way across town when I fucking came through. I was across town, like in it.
And now this was a few years after your first incident, right?
Yeah, this was probably like 5-6 years after.
Okay, so at that point you're like in your late teens, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, late teen, yeah, okay. No, I have to ask, and only because anybody watching is going to probably think the same thing too, but I have to ask, stone cold sober?
Yeah.
See, that's when you really have to stop and take into consideration something happened, you know, because I mean, I know that there have been times where I've been okay, yes, on certain things, and I'm not going to go into detail as to what they were, but yes, back in the day, under the influence that you would see things, but to be stone cold sober and have a situation like this happen.
Yeah, I didn't start doing drugs until I was like 18, 19.
Good man. That beats mine, because I think I've only ever seen one once. Why? That's where this whole thing starts to get a little bit like dark, because it's like, what are they covering up? Why do they not want us to know about this race of giants? Because if there was a race of giants, then that means that our history is a lot different than what we were told. And it makes me wonder, you know, for us being in this technological age, you know, it's like the information age. Everything is at our fingertips. Earlier tonight, we were talking about something. You were able to look it up right there.
Back then.
I hear all Irish people are short.
For the most part.
No, because I know you're Irish and you're taller than I am. So, no, no, I had to just get that jibe in there. Interesting stuff. Oh, I know.
I always try to make sure that like that the knowledge that you're acquiring is like true and like
right.
So don't just take somebody's word for it. Always do your research. And
does that mean that what you read online isn't legitimate?
I mean, for the most part.
Not everything, yeah. And if you do believe everything you read online, then I've got something that I want to sell you later too. Awesome, good word. And then the last thing, and I have gotten a chance to get a couple of song requests from you over the last like year and a half or so when we had the radio show going. But give us a song that we're going to listen to on the way out. If I can play anything for you right now, what's it going to be?
Sublime, What I Got.
Sublime, What I Got. With my friend. Thank you very much. All right, so on behalf of Jesse, we're gonna play Sublime. And what's the song again?
What I Got.
What I Got. That's it. All right, so you are watching the Groove Zone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the track. Rock and roll, kids. And that is that. Okay. So, if I could get a word to the world from you.
All of a sudden.
A lot. Okay, cool. Okay. Or not even necessarily in the sky, but if you ever look from that right now. A lot. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Awesome. That was the words of the world. Sorry, having some technical issues there. Hopefully we didn't miss out too much. Jesse, thank you very much. And now, Buzz Factor. This is what you've been waiting for. That's what we needed. Okay.
Hey.
Thank you. Got a couple of kind of ethereal questions to bounce off you guys. And I actually want to start with Gene.
Okay.
Gene, I need to know, has there ever been any time in your life where you've looked up in the sky, or not even necessarily in the sky, but have you ever looked like out there and seen something you couldn't quite explain?
Actually, recently, it just happened this summer. I was in West Seattle, looking out at the water. I was with my son, and we were at the top of this hill. We were looking out at the water, and all of a sudden, this light that looked like it could be plane or something, all of a sudden streaks across the sky, stops, and shoots straight out. And it moves so fast and in a way I'd never seen before. And we both looked at each other and like, did you see that? And we're like, yeah, I have no idea what that was.
Swamp gas.
Yeah.
Swamp. How many swamps are there? Oh my God. And how much gas?
In West Seattle.
Oh my Lord. But how much gas do they emit? You know, because I think scientists need to come up with a new excuse, because that's really kind of like worn off.
Yeah.
And it's like there's only so much swamp gas that you can like spread around. Wow. And that was just this last summer.
Yeah. So, and it was weird. I mean, we looked at each other like, that was really weird. And so my son had another friend with us, and he was like, well, maybe it was a glitch in the Matrix or something. I don't know. I was like, that could be too.
Don't explain it away, kid. Don't explain it away. Just deal with it for the extraterrestrial truth that it was. Wow. Now, was that your one and only time? And that's pretty.
Yeah, in recent memory, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, because in recent memory tells me that there is something else back there somewhere. Like when you were a kid, was there something ever that maybe like? I've only got one experience that I can.
That one's probably the most like vivid that I can remember.
Okay.
I've probably seen things as a kid that, you know, as an adult I could probably explain away, you know, but.
Right. Yeah, and I totally get that too, you know. But it's good to hang on to that imagination of a 10-year-old sometimes. Okay, yes. Okay, well, I'm going to move on to Dustin anyway. Dustin, same question. Has there ever been a time in your life where you've looked up and you've seen something you couldn't explain before?
Well, it wasn't quite like that, but when I was younger, like in my early teens, me and my cousin were walking down the street, and seemingly it went from nighttime to daytime for like 2 seconds, and then back to nighttime, and we both kind of stopped and went, what the hell was that? And we couldn't explain that. You know, it was like the sun came out. Like I could see across a school field and see all the colors of the houses on the other side of the field, everything. It was the weirdest thing, you know.
But for just a matter of seconds, and then it reverted.
Maybe for a blink of an eye, you know. It was like that. And if it was just one of us, I could say, oh yeah, you stepped wrong, or you did something that jarred you, but we both kind of stopped and went, what was that, you know?
Wow.
So that was really unexplainable. That's the only time I can really remember something like that. Something that was like really creepy, like, whoa.
And those kind of things, you know, and actually from what I understand, those kind of things actually happen more frequently than people realize. And those are the ones that you don't really hear that much about, because like you said, you know, it's like, oh, well, maybe it was this or maybe it was that, you know, and had it just been one of you, it would have been completely different, or had only one of you had experienced it, it would have been completely different. So, wow, interesting. A fold in time, a glitch in the Matrix.
13 or 14. I'm hoping that when I'm real old, that's the spot where I go back in time. You know, where they just drop me in the daytime, back to nighttime. You know, but
You know, I'm not so sure. I don't know. I think I need to take my name off of the program list of people that want to be abducted at any given point, because I don't really know the more I think about it that I do. You know,
no. Scary. That'd be way too scary.
Yeah, and it's becoming more and more real as we get closer to June. I don't know if either one of you guys are aware, but June is the 180-day mark where somebody has to pass over papers, all of them, on what they know. Full disclosure is on its way.
Oh, the UFO and other things that have been declassified, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but we get the full gamut here pretty soon.
It's when is that?
Sometime in June. And it's because it came in on a bill, it was about that big, and they tucked it in there, and it was basically saying that the whatever office it is has to fess up, give all the paperwork, all the information, all the data to the requesting entity by June 30th, I think. So people are looking at this one of two ways. We're either going to totally find out what exactly is happening, because Trump knows. And actually, he almost blew it, I guess, here not that long ago. Newsweek reported about it. The New York Times reported about it. So the news sources are legitimate. I don't know. Interesting times to be alive.
We'll definitely see.
We'll definitely be having a show about it.
I heard about that actually. So,
and I think a lot of people poo-poo it still, because it's like, you know, you don't want to. Shit, we're still dealing with COVID. Who wants to deal with aliens? You know.
I don't know. You hear a lot of astronauts talking about stuff they can't explain. You know.
Oh yeah.
Pilots.
No doubt. I just hope we don't stir up any bees' nests up on Mars right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whether it's little green men or whatever. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for those answers. I want to stay in that realm here for just another quick moment. And Gene, I want to go back to you, and I want to ask your views, or have you ever had an encounter or anything along the lines of Sasquatch?
No, I haven't. I mean, it's been something that I was kind of interested in when I was a kid, but then as I got older, it's not something that I ever took seriously, just because of the fact that, you know, with all the technology that we have now, I assume, you know, there'd have to be something that they found. But then, you know, now we Dusty.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. See, and he's made points that I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, and there are some ideas that are being more discussed more realistically these days. Interdimensional being. Because if it's an interdimensional being, that's the reason why we're not finding any carcasses.
Interesting.
Because they wouldn't leave them in this realm anyway. And we don't go around really leaving, except for our enemies, we don't really leave the dead behind here either. So just something, food for thought. All right, Dusty, same question. Sasquatch, what are your views, my friend?
They also think that some of those, I don't know if you look at any of that 411 stuff with the missing hikers.
I was going to start watching that movie the other night, but I didn't get it. I didn't turn it on yet.
So interdimensional comes into play there too.
Really?
These people that vanish off the face of the earth, they just walked into the wrong little piece of energy and bloop, onto another mountain.
No way.
Yeah. One interesting thing about the Bigfoot stuff, I've never had any experience, like any moments where I thought I seen him in the wild or anything. But my uncle is Bob Gimlin, the guy the Gimlin-Patterson film.
No way.
Yeah, I just saw him last summer. I was over at his house.
No way.
Yeah.
Because there are so many stories surrounding that bit of footage, and how your uncle has like attested to the fact that it was a hoax or something like that. But just all this. So okay, so from the mouth of the nephew of the man, what is your take on it then?
Well, my take is if it was a hoax, he doesn't know that.
And how would he not know that? How Patterson wouldn't have been able to elaborate? It wouldn't have been pulled off that way.
Right.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. So there's
Wow.
people who will come out and say they were the guy in the suit. You know, one of them's 5'9", and
Maybe from way back, you know, if you're standing like across like a field or something, 5'9" could look really large too.
well, there's some people that have done some really super extensive work on that film, and gotten it down to where it's pretty close to perfect footage. You know, where they've stabilized it and everything. And I can't remember the guy who said that he was 7'4" or something like that.
Okay.
You know,
That is probably one of the most analyzed pieces of film footage in the entire history of man.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, like even people that aren't into Bigfoot know that little like 7-second, 11-second clip. You know, as it walks off into the forest, people know what that is. Yeah.
There's also, I don't know if you've ever heard, there's a theory or rumor or story about that thing where when those guys came up on that Sasquatch, that was the mom, the father and a baby were there too.
I've heard about that recently. Yeah.
That there were more people with those guys, and they just ended up executing the father and the baby one, and then that's just the mom walking away from the situation, you know. But I asked him about that, and he's like, "No way." He's like, "That's BS," you know.
Executing.
Right, all that stuff is just BS. They just walked up on the one of them, and the film is what they saw, you know. That's all.
Okay. Wow. What are the chances though, man? I mean, I'll tell you that this is very cool because what are the chances that I would actually have a chance to talk to one of the relatives, a close relative of one of the two men involved in one of the most extremely famous. Wow.
I know. I've always known he was in my family, but I didn't realize that he was that guy, you know. Until like my 20s, you know, and even then I was like, no way, that's not the guy, you know. But
that guy,
I'm like, that is the guy.
I mean, that's honestly even cooler than saying, you know, Adam West, you know, like that bad guy. Okay. Wow. How cool, man. Well, see, in there.
After you gone, there's no.
Americans, stand up and be counted in the fight against communism. You as a private citizen can strike back at communism. Where? In Eastern Europe, where 80 million people still bravely resist communist brainwashing. How? Through Radio Free Europe. RFE's daily broadcasts reach these 80 millions, keeping alive their belief in the free world. Give to Radio Free Europe Fund, Box 1963, Mount Vernon, New York.
Yo, what's going down? It's your boy WEBB-HILL. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that. Peace.
With that being said, I guess let's just jump into it, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. Very great. Hey, guess what? It's the Hook, Line, and Thinker show with Doug next door and DJ D Phoenix. Hello, Doug.
Hello, DJ.
And what's going on next door right now?
Life's being good right now.
Is it? Good. Well, good life that it is. Cool. So just to bring everybody up to speed, and the last portion we were talking about mermaids. I believe we were also still kind of lingering on the whole Sasquatch thing. The beast one.
Monster and...
Oh, that's right. Yes. And the eel. Yeah. That. Right. And while we were on that little break, I was in the process of getting cotton mouth. So hang on just a second. All right. This is thanks to the people at 420 on Carpenter Road. Okay, good times.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Let's see. Oh, yes. There was a thing, and it came off of NPR, I believe, in their strange news. And it was for, where did this one come from? Oh yeah, in Santa Clara, California, they had a situation happen. What is it? What took me to that though? Hang on just a second, kids. I'm trying to figure out what got me to this point. And then I can, oh, watch, I probably just lost the email. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so the city of Santa Clara said that Bigfoot finally had been captured on camera by the city TV in Santa Clara's Central Park. Now, this is just from March 4th, just a couple of weeks back. And it says, breaking news, Bigfoot finally captured on camera by SCTV in the city of Santa Clara's Central Park. After decades of possible unconfirmed sightings, Bigfoot, also referred to as Sasquatch, has been captured on camera by Santa Clara television roaming around Central Park in the city of Santa Clara. Once exposed, Bigfoot had a special message for the community. Watch it live today. And probably what I'll do between now and the time that this airs is I will have this as part of something so that you guys can see this picture, because that's what I first that's kind of what attracted me to this, because it's one of the most pathetic costumes that you could think of. And then anyway, so it talks about how it's this whole coronavirus thing, and how, you know, come get your vaccine and all that. And let's see what else. Oh, be like Bigfoot is the campaign. That's what they're calling this. We encourage it. Yeah, we encourage everyone to be like Bigfoot as we continue to practice social distancing. And then down at the bottom, this is where it gets really good, because this is where I got a little bit peeved. It says, note, Bigfoot is not real. This information in Bigfoot's social distancing video is a promotion to encourage the community to follow the latest safety guidelines and find out more information about the city's COVID COVID-19 relief programs. Okay, got it. But, you know, why did they have to do this stupid, like, Bat Boy caliber, and it looks like the National Enquirer.
Right.
So anyway, so flash forward, and that's when I decided, well, I'm going to write them a note and tell them what I think. Defend the big guy, because he doesn't need defense, you know. No. A second, Santa Clara, isn't that where the Lost Boys was at?
Yes.
So the murder capital of the world now has all my private information.
Yay.
Wow. So that's what it is then. It's a bunch of
Lost Boys is my favorite movie.
It's one of mine too. It really actually had a major influence on my early 20s. Because I was 21, 22, I think, when that came out. Yeah. It was that was a fun time, unless you were a vampire.
Right. I think I still have the VHS tape of that.
Do you really? Gosh, that was such an amazing cast and an amazing soundtrack. It was just, 1987, I think, though, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it was in 1988. I think it was 87, because I keep trying to, like, visualize that, and yeah, I know that's got to be right time-wise.
I think so.
People watching right now are like, yeah, of course it's 1987. Be a vampire.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is that some people actually, like, took that an extra couple of steps.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I don't think we really heard about, like, an influx of, like, vampire attacks or anything across the country necessarily, but there was definitely a renewed interest in the legends and lore of it, though.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. I heard it even made some people crawl up the sides of downtown apartment buildings right before dusk as they returned to their darkened apartments for the day.
Right.
Did you hear any of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you did. Yeah. Who did you hear that from?
You.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you're full of it. Let's see what else. Okay. Wow, we could go down a really dark hole right. Why, I don't know. No, not really. I thank you for watching. Like we used to say when it was just audio, thank you for listening. But now I get to say thank you for watching. And if you've noticed, I haven't been digging it myself already. Actually, all it took was like doing a little bit of playback and seeing how much now. I just need to pretend like our station manager, because they can see all of it. Speaking of which, I haven't hit that one part in the interview yet. I'm in the process of editing some of our special guests for the 17th of Never event. And I haven't interviewed, or I haven't edited the Men Without Hats. Oh yeah, hey, want to say thank you very much for tuning in today. It's been a few hours of fun. I want to say thank you again to Robin FP for hanging out with me. Don't forget, tomorrow we're having a Synth Pop Sunday. Sunday Synth Pop. Got full interviews with Men Without Hats, Images in Vogue, Real Life, Billy Curry of Two Boy Army, Ultravox, and Visage. Who else? Oh, we'll throw somebody else in. Maybe we always do. Anyway, so thank you very much. I think we're going to take it home with the new one by Leviticus that just dropped today. Go to Leviticus.com and find Farm We Go. I'm DJD Phoenix, over and out, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Visit EMRetro.com. See you there.
I don't need to open beers, start open steers. It's time for facing all my fears, stop wasting years. I don't need to go to town on my way around. I just need a couple cows, and when that couple thou, I don't need to smoke the dank or the sticky green to get the cow straight blink with the biggest string. I don't even need a phone to get in my zone. I just need to be alone, pray to the throne. Put your phone down. Yeah, I don't wanna roll to the bar, we know. So to the farm we go. Trying not to smoke, need a little bit of diesel until Friday when I roll. I wanna get the buckle, but I know I need the fuel. Climbing up a mountain and I'm climbing like a mule. Trucks running top notch, burning out, cops watch. When they pull me over, people stare at what the fox caught. Got a soft spot for all my different animals. I won't front and stay the hunting for the mountain wolves. For someone the weekend is sipping on mimosa time. For me it's different, dipping to the Ponderosa Pines. For my buddy's birthday party I'm supposed to find. Guess I will not make it cause somebody must have sold the signs. We already made it to the mountains, ain't no turning back. Start picking up sticks, spits of fire, might as well burn this map. And wearing a mask just so I can get around makes me feel like that I never go to town.